What's up, guys? Ryan here. So today I'm going to talk about my July 2019 passive income report. I'm going to outline all of my revenue and break down my profits, which is more important. A lot of people only talk about revenue. I always give you the full picture, revenue plus profits plus ad spend, for my Amazon FBA business, my Amazon merch business, and my print on demand business. I also lump in my Google Ads money from a website that I made years ago that I spend no time or effort maintaining, but it's still bringing in a little bit of money, a couple $100 here and there through Google Ads. So let's dive into it. All right, so Amazon FBA on the month, I did 2,436 sales, bringing in $50,915.56 of revenue, generating $9,845.23 of profit at a average gross margin of 19%. The numbers could have been higher, should have been higher. I actually went out of stock of two of my best-selling SKUs, maybe even all three temporarily. One of them, so my best-selling SKU, I did $4,273 profit, and that's with going out of stock for a couple days. Like, my reorders and my going out of stock were pretty much like on the money, where like I'd go out of, you don't want to go out of stock, but like the problem is when your goods get to Amazon, they're not instantly available. People have to, like, the associates, Amazon associates, what they call them. They don't call them employees or workers. They call them associates, something I learned when I toured an Amazon warehouse. Separate video, go check that out. But they have to intake the goods. So there's like still a couple day buffer from when they arrive at the warehouse to when they're available for sale. So I went out of stock of my number one best-selling SKU, I think my number two best-selling SKU, and I know my number three best-selling SKU, which generated under $1,000 profit, $980 profit on the month. I'm looking over there at my side monitor. And that was just my fault, but also just like spikes in demand occurred this month. Like my best-selling SKU, I'm currently selling like 27 units a day, which the average amount is typically in the teens, like upper teens, and that's the number one organic ranked SKU on the main keywords. So it managed to see an additional like around 30% volume this month. And the danger with like reordering based on those numbers is if it pulls back, then when you reorder, you're stuck with that inventory. It's not that wouldn't be able to unload it, but it's just worth considering. And that third SKU, I remember last year, was my first year selling it, and I learned kind of the hard way that it was seasonal. And yeah, you can go and there are tools out there like, we used to use a tool called Keepa to look at seasonality by monitoring historical BSR of products. And Keepa is now on a paid model, so you can go check out Helium 10. I always put a link in the description. The Helium 10, it's a paid suite of Amazon seller tools, but you can actually use the free version and still get the historical BSR data for most products. But like this was one of these things where like I jumped into that niche and there was really not much competition to evaluate. Like I could have looked, but they were such trash listings, which is why I shot straight to the top. And you can look at my historical income reports if you want the full story. But to date, this is like normally bringing in at least $1,000 of profit. And I was out of stock for a good bit of time just because the seasonal spike of demand during the summer. Anyways, so some SKUs were out of stock. I got the main first, number one and number two most profitable back in stock relatively quickly. The big story for this month, though, is I've been talking recently in my income reports about new SKUs. I launched 3 new ones relatively recently. One of them I cut loose because the manufacturer screwed me over, left on like a piece of protective film that made it look like it was an unfinished product. The return rate was too high. I had to just eat that as a loss. It was about maybe $1,800 after all was said and done lost. And that's only ever happened once. First and last time, hopefully. Not that I made any mistakes. It was just the manufacturer thought they were doing me a favor. They weren't. They thought that I think we were going to intake the goods at like my company, which doesn't exist. I'm a solopreneur who still works a 9 to 5. And the goods went straight to Amazon. Then they went straight to the customer. And no one at Amazon's peeling off that protective film. So yeah, it did not work out well. But it's okay. The second SKU offset those losses on its own. Well, not yet, but it will. By selling extremely well out of the gate in a competitive space and ranked on page 1 relatively quickly, and it's doing well. Right now it's out of stock because it sold so quickly that I couldn't have, like, normally when you launch a product, guys, you want to do low quantity so that you protect yourself in case anything goes wrong. For instance, that one SKU that I just told you about that went wrong, I was only out $1,800. And if you're thinking like, I want to start selling on Amazon, 1,800's a lot. Like, you don't have to spend 1,800 on the first order. That's for the goods and the shipping when I say that. And it was a $2,000 order altogether. But I did sell it for a while and make a little bit of that money back via, well, actually with ad spend, probably broke even. So it might have just been $2,000 out of the gate. Either way, a couple $100 here and there, no problem. Second SKU is doing well. I'm currently waiting to restock that because it sold so well. Third SKU is what I want to talk about. So I spent $25,000 on the first order for this product because I really researched it well. And I was just confident that if I could rank on like page, it was selling so well that if you rank it on page 2, you're making decent money. So it's unique, at least from my perspective. This is not like what I teach my students in my FBA course, which, by the way, is launched if you're interested in learning how to run your FBA business the way I run mine, from the ground up, from ground zero up to my level. Check that out. There's always a link in the description. But I would never teach people to enter a niche this competitive. This was the most competitive niche I've ever entered personally. And the reason why I was willing to drop $25K is that it seemed like even if you were able to achieve moderate success, you could be on page 2 and make good money. But if you make it on page 1 or the top of page 1, there's 6-figure monthly upside. I've said this in the last probably 2 income reports that I've published. And guys, I found a way I don't even know how to describe, like a chink in the armor, like a way. I saw a crack in and the strategy that I could exploit to get my product ranked really well, really quickly. And to me, like, I'm not even ever worried about speed. If I can win out over time, I'm willing to wait a year. But I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. I'm running headline search ads. So this product it's one SKU, but it's really 2 SKUs technically. It's a color variant, and headline search ads require you to have 3 products. So what I did is I have the 2 variants, and then for the third, I just Googled basically an add-on and found it on like homedepot.com. And I'm not drop shipping because you don't want to do that. But what I ended up doing was just like grabbing some from my local Home Depot and storing them in my house, hoping to never sell them because I don't actually want to sell that thing. I'm doing that FBM, not FBA. I just had to have a third product listed in order to run the headline search ads. Well, initially I didn't even have the thing stocked, but then Amazon would shut it down. They kept shutting down the ads because you have to have all 3 in stock, apparently. So they're trying to avoid people abusing this little method that I'm sharing with you. So I went and I grabbed some, and now it's stocked, and people are actually buying it. I marked it up something like 300%, 400% from what it actually costs in the store. Anyways, the point is not to tell you about that. That product I don't even care about. That was so that I could run the headline search ads for my 2 FBA products, right? So I need the third product. I've got 3 now. The headline search ads are crushing. I'm selling at a profit, and I'm selling I just looked. It's about 18 units a day between the 2. One sells 10, one sells 8. And Amazon keeps telling me to up my budget for the headline search ad campaign. To the point now where they said, I was putting 30 in, then I was putting 40 in, then I was like, all right, put 60 in, everything's good. Then I put it at 75. And when it got to 75, I'm using Fetcher as my software to track my FBA profit, loss, and sales velocity and things like that. It's just, I pay like $19 a month. It's a lot better than the Amazon Seller Central dashboard for insights into your business. So I love it. Fetcher.com. I always put a link in the description. Love them. But they help me monitor the velocity of, and I don't need Fetcher to do this. I just like Fetcher. It's like all in one place to look for a lot of valuable insights. And I can see that at this rate, if I reorder today, then I should sell out right about the time that the new reorder gets to Amazon. So I don't want to exceed $75 daily budget, but Amazon's actually telling me to triple that to $225, which means even if you don't factor in the fact that my organic rank for this product is improving with all these sales, that would, let's just say, imply that today on command, if I just say, okay, Amazon, here's $225 a day, I could triple those numbers. So I go from 18 a day to 56 a day. And if I'm selling 56 a day, I'm already climbing at 18 units a day, climbing. I'm at the top. I checked earlier today. It's ranked at the top of page 3. in the organic rank 1 of page 3, which, I mean, sucks. No one wants to be on page 3. And I said, if you make page 2, you're making good money. Well, I'll be on page 2 before I know it. And then imagine if on command, I mean, this could always change. More competitors you could be a competitor watching this video selling the same product and go, and I don't even want to say exploit. It's not exploiting, but like, it's just taking advantage of something that other people aren't taking advantage of, that I am taking advantage of. And there are people doing it. I'm not the only one, but like, maybe everybody else has low budgets, or the velocity of what this product is selling that much. I don't know. Like, there's that high demand. I don't know. But on command, if Amazon's right and I up my budget to $225 a day, triple my sales, I should climb to page 1 very quickly. And like I said, this product has 6-figure profit upside per month. And I mean, I could get there. I'm going to keep you guys in the loop. I don't want to tell you the SKU. You know, I like to keep that private. But, you know, I could get there. Like right now on the top of page 3, I have a BSR of 4,145. So go look at your best selling product, or go look at, if you're not selling on Amazon, just go look at the bestseller rank of something that comes to mind. And look at the BSR rank of the organic rank 1. Like 4,145 is pretty low. But this niche often, like on page 1, has a good amount of handfuls of products with triple digit and also even double digit BSRs. So it's a very competitive space. Might be crazy for entering it, but I'm happy to report that all's going well, you know? And because I can fall back on the fact that I have these other FBA SKUs selling really well, I'm a little bit, you know, I feel comfortable pursuing this. You know, I'm confident also in my ability to like sell these things. Even if it didn't work out at all, I could liquidate, take a loss of a couple grand, but have tried. And I'd rather try and fail than never try, guys. That's one thing. Hopefully you can relate. So here's a breakdown of my best sellers. Top heavy, my best selling one, like I said, $4,273 profit. Next up, $1,993 profit. After that, $980 profit. And that was the SKU that normally generates more, but it was out of stock. Yeah, and if you want to see more, guys, always check out the link in the description to my website where I put all this stuff up. I also break down my campaign manager, ad spend. And this is all factored in when I give you the numbers, the revenue and the profit. The ad spend on campaign manager is deducted. So you're always getting my real numbers, guys. I want you guys to be able to trust my reports. Because there's so many, you know, there's not so many, but there's people out there that are kind of BSing. Or they'll just say, look, I sold 50 grand. It's better to know I sold 50 grand. I kept 9,845. Oh, by the way, I did this while working a day job. You know what I mean? So this is passive. And again, because I'm selling a course on how to literally replicate what I'm doing, I try to be transparent so that you trust me. Anyways, let's move on to Amazon merch. All right, so Amazon merch, I did 327 sales, generating $5,813.68 of revenue for a $1,136.46 royalty. My average royalty was $3.52, which is a little bit lower than normal, but there's a story there. Well, I'll tell you the story now. I've been re-uploading my whole existing catalog to Amazon merch because a lot of my shirts have been falling off that I re-uploaded for the fourth quarter of last year, 2018. So if they're falling off now, it's perfect time to re-upload. I've been using the Merch Titans uploader to do my uploading to save time because I've been extremely busy. I do work a day job. I do have a life, and I'm writing these courses, really. That's what I'm spending most of my time doing, is writing the courses, recording video content for the courses, recording these YouTube videos every day. It's a lot, as you can imagine. So I have not had my like full time and attention on my Amazon merch business, and I'm still able to generate $1,136.46 from it, which is really nice and a testament to the fact that the Merch Titans uploader is awesome. So I did $1,086.95 royalties on the US market. I did 23, what do I say, dollars? I think this is British sterling. What is it called? The sterling pound? Pound sterling. All right, that's what I meant to say. 23.04 pound sterling. I don't know. I've never been to the UK, but hopefully one day. And then I did 19.25 euro on the German market. And when I crunched this number, by the way, I did do the conversion to USD. This is the first month where I've split things internationally. So my previous income reports, I have not been taking into account my non-Amazon.com sales, although there haven't been that many. But one thing I'll note is that like you can, if you take the time, I mean, with the new uploader, you can pretty easily upload to like UK and Germany. With Germany, you kind of have to go through the translating process, but just so you know, like you can put a shirt with English text on it, and it can sell in Germany just fine. I had a call with somebody who needed some consulting done, came through my website, and they were German. They live in Germany. So I asked him like, hey man, give me some tips on what it's like selling on Amazon Merch Germany. And he said, hey man, you can sell English text stuff there. A lot of them speak English. It's probably not optimal, but if you have the upload slots to spare, there's no reason when you're using the new beta upload multi-create wizard on Amazon Merch not to check the boxes for UK and Germany, even if you're not going to translate the text, because, well, okay, I don't know how many people are typing English text into Amazon Germany, but it doesn't hurt to try. I mean, I don't know. Actually, I haven't tested that because I use the Merch Titans uploader. It translates English to German automatically. So link's always in the description if you're interested. So I don't have any English text from a SEO keyword perspective, meaning like my listing title is always in German. My brand's always in German. My bullets are in German. But my design on the shirt might not be. So just to be transparent with you guys. And then this is pretty much the breakdown. It was all evergreens that I sold on the month. There was no big trends, pretty evenly dispersed here. Nothing really more to note other than that, I'm in tier 10,000 now, and, I'll look over. I have 9,988 slots maxed, like uploaded to. So I'm really closing. I'm like less than 100 shirts away from being eligible for tier 12,000. So I'm just looking forward to that. And when that happens, I may go and do some more designing because so my Amazon merch course, I know I just talked about my FBA course. My Amazon merch course is like 98% done. After I finish this video, I'll probably just go wrap up the last couple videos that I need to do for that. It's available at a pre-launch price, discounted. And if you want to check that out, there's always a link in the description. But I'm going to do some maybe design sessions for Amazon merch where I just do start to finish, like on video for the course. Like, I don't know what niche to do. I'm going to go show you how to use, Merch Informer to find a high demand, low competition niche. I'm going to show you how I go about designing, how I go about creating variations so I can upload multiple designs in the same niche and see what works and fill those extra slots. And yeah, I mean, maybe I'll wait till I tier up. We'll see. Or I can delete a couple shirts that aren't selling. But I'll make that decision soon. But anyways, guys, yeah, so all in all, like Amazon merch is going well, considering that I haven't had a lot of time to dedicate to it. And just so you know, like people are out there crushing it. If you have the time to dedicate to Amazon merch. I just got off the phone yesterday with somebody who did, well, he didn't just do, but he's doing 10,000 plus profit every month on Amazon merch. And, he's focusing exclusively on merch. He's talking to me about ways to diversify his passive income streams. But while I was on the phone with him, I was picking his brain about like how he's crushing merch so hard. I learned a couple things from him and his approach to merch, and he's sold over 44,000 products on Amazon merch. So just know that like, my numbers are good, and this is me doing it like almost as passively as it could be done. I mean, the amount of effort I've put into merch in 2019 is super low because I've been focused on these courses, my YouTube videos, and working a day job, right? But if you are all about Amazon merch full force and you have all the time to dedicate to it and you're not doing anything else and you're struggling, you are a prime candidate to check out my course, because I have 2 modules of something like 14 lectures just dedicated to ways of finding valuable niches. And then I have another module dedicated to sharing like how to get in front of trends that can make you big time dollars. Like when I made $700 in one day on over 100 sales on Amazon merch. So anyways, that's all there. Just to plug it real quick, because it is about to be launched probably next week, and then the price goes up by 3x. So check that out if you're interested. Anyways, let's move on to dropship print on demand. All right, drop shipped print on demand. I did 411 sales, generating $1,678.81 of profit. So my breakdown of sales by platform, I did 175 on Amazon, 2 on eBay, 110 on Etsy, 113 on Redbubble, which is new. Redbubble exceeded Etsy. 2 on Spreadshirt, 8 on TeePublic, 1 on Teespring, and 0 on Zazzle. So there isn't too much to say. I mean, it's the same story as always. I'm constantly pushing new FBM, POD, as in fulfilled by merchant print on demand products, to my Amazon Seller Central account all day, every day through the Printful integration. That is making me 175 sales on the month. Well, okay, some are through Gear Bubble too. They're residual. I was using Gear Bubble when I first was learning dropship print on demand. And again, I didn't have anybody to teach me, so I'm learning on my own. I would not recommend paying the monthly fees for Gear Bubble if you're new to my channel and you hear me talking about Gear Bubble. Use Printful. Printful is free. Gear Bubble is not free. And even if they were equal, I think Printful is better, but even if they were equal, it would make sense to go with the one that's free. So yeah, that's my quick note there. And yeah, I have a G10 exemption, which means I can create new listings on Amazon at the push of a button without having to get a UPC code. So everybody should be doing that because Amazon is where it's at. That's where the customers are. Follow the customers. I also do it to amazon.co.uk. I realized while I was writing this income report that I have not been reporting on my sales over there. So starting next month, well, I'm recording this in August, but in my August income report, which will be released next month, you will see my amazon.co.uk Seller Central print on demand sales as well. So I had 2 sales through eBay. Nothing really to note there. I mean, eBay's brutal. Etsy, 110 sales. My Etsy sales were down. I don't know why. Nothing really changed. I am very comfortable with like where I'm at with my Etsy strategy. And the thing is, like, in August, as of recording this, I've been crushing on Etsy. I'm like a week into August right now, and I've been crushing on Etsy. But for some reason, July slowed down a little bit, and the numbers weren't that good from my advertising numbers, which cut into the Etsy profits, which is just weird. My cost per click went down, but somehow my my advertising cost of sale, which is what percentage of the revenue generated from a sale was spent on advertising, went up. As in, like, people were clicking my stuff and not buying. I don't know why that would be the case. It's not something, I by the way, I record all these things and I make them visible to you guys here. If you check out the link on my website, you can go look for yourself. There's always a link in the description. Trying to be as transparent as possible. But yeah, the advertising numbers weren't as good on Etsy. I didn't change my average cost. I didn't change my my max CPC, my max bid. It's still 11 cents. And I think my average cost per click on the month was like 9 point something, which went down by like a penny month over month. So anyways, I don't know, but I'm not worried because it bounced back big time so far in August. So it's just random, I guess. And I've been running, I mentioned in my last income report that I've been experimenting with different sales percentages. Ultimately, I'm selling the products at the same costs, right? So I can run a 10% off sale and sell you a shirt for $19.99, or I can run a 20% off sale and sell you the same shirt for $19.99. Like, I just offset the price of the shirt so that when I run the sale, it's still the same price, right? So you can get 50% off and buy a shirt for $19.99. So I was trying to see what I thought worked best, and you know what, I'm going to reserve this, but I think I have a solution. I'm not playing around with that anymore. I might do this in a separate video, talk to you about my findings there, but I'm comfortable with where I'm at now, percentage-wise, for the sale. And again, it's not affecting the sale price. I always keep that the same. Redbubble, 113 sales, although I did break this down for you in the article. My 110 Etsy sales generated almost $500 in profit, whereas my 113 sales on Redbubble generated $200 in profit. And that's because Redbubble's best sellers are stickers. Now, I think my stickers are marked up at 125% profit margin. I think it might be 150. I can't remember. I think it's 125 though. Stickers still don't generate that much profit if they buy like the really small, I think it's like 3 inches by 3 inches stickers. If people are buying that, you're making like less than $1. So you might see like a lot of sales. Doesn't mean you're making a lot of money. But still, get on Redbubble. I mean, you can see here that, it's excelling as a marketplace, and it functions. If you're not familiar with it, it's extremely similar to Amazon merch, where you don't have to like put a credit card on file and get billed when someone buys from you, and then they ship it to your. It's not like that. It's like Amazon merch. You just start uploading designs, and you get paid a royalty. You don't do anything. It's super easy. All right, and then I've been uploading to Spreadshirt, TeePublic, Teespring, and Zazzle using the Merch Titans automation uploader. Recommend that tool. Why wouldn't you? Like I say, guys, increase your online real estate. The more places you can be selling stuff and the more products you're selling, the more money you'll make. So I'm steadily chunking away at uploading my entire catalog to Spreadshirt, TeePublic, Teespring, and Zazzle and getting a couple extra sales. And then, it's worth noting, I broke this down at the end of this article here, that, Printful, I earned a 5% volume discount as usual. Been doing that every month so far this year. Well, not every month. I think February didn't, but just keep this in mind. Like, when you upload to these smaller print-on-demand platforms, they're there forever. So you're getting passive income forever if they sell. Any of these platforms could grow to challenge Redbubble, Etsy, or even Amazon in the future. We don't know. It's also free money, so keep that in mind. And when I say free money, I mean it's the Amazon merch model, where you don't have to put a credit card on file, like what you do with Printful, where Printful bills you and then they do your fulfillment and send to your customer. With these guys, you just get paid a royalty, so it's brilliant. And then always keep in mind, guys, Q4, fourth quarter, like holiday season, that's the goal. When holiday season comes around and you're just getting spammed with emails from all these print-on-demand platforms, you've made a sale, you've made a sale, you've made a sale. It's like the best feeling in the world, and it's what we work towards in the print-on-demand space. And if you're just getting started, like, keep that perspective. It's really honestly slow season outside of the fourth quarter. It's always slow season outside of the fourth quarter. It doesn't mean you can't make money, but like when you're in the fourth quarter, everybody's crushing it. Everybody that had the discipline to stick to this and stick to their processes and design and upload year round, they reap the massive benefit and the massive rewards in the fourth quarter especially. So keep that perspective. All right, guys. So after bringing in $9,845.23 of profit from Amazon FBA, $948.69 of profit from Amazon merch, $1,678.81 of profit from dropship print on demand, and $270.89 of profit from Google ads, my grand total of passive income profits for July 2019 was $12,931.39. This is a great number. I mean, I'm absolutely pleased with it. And as you kind of got the gist from my breakdown of each of these passive income models, I anticipate it to go up, especially FBA with that exciting new SKU that I'm projecting to get on page one organically and really start cranking the profits up. That SKU alone should be hitting 5-figure profits when I get to that end goal, And I mentioned it can do 6 figures if you get to the very top, but you never know if you're ever going to hit the very top. Like, that's super competitive, and there's plenty of incumbents. There's plenty of products that have been there much longer. So anyways, we'll see. But I'm very excited. Also, once I launch these courses, I can start really getting back into my Amazon merch business, more designs, more uploads. My dropship print on demand business, same thing. I'll have a little bit of time back to hammer those passive income vehicles if I think the ROI is going to be high enough to make it worth my time. Because the one thing that's never going to change is that there's only 24 hours in a day. I need my 8 hours of sleep. So I can't compromise there. And it's all about, for me, like figuring out what's the best use of my time. If in the sense of like, if we're talking about businesses and finances, what's generating the most money on my time? I also do have, I swear to God, I have a life outside of the businesses too, though. So when it comes to that, it's like, what's bringing me the most happiness, right? So anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for checking it out. If you liked it, please hit that like button. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you have any questions, comments, feedback, hit me up below and I will get back to you. And thank you for watching this video. I'll see you at the next one.